I just sort of want to tell you a little bit of a Bible story that relates to food. Around 605 BC, there was this flashy, evil king. He was called Nebuchadnezzar. And he was kind of like the Kanye West of Babylon. And Babylon was like Dubai or Vegas. It's decadent, streets paved in diamonds. They had a ton of slaves, lots of bodyguards because they were super rich, right? So Babylon, the reason why they are so rich is they go and plunder other kingdoms. So, they just go to other countries, they take all their stuff. It's a very interesting financial model. And while they're plundering Jerusalem, they kidnap the young people in the royal family. So, if you want to think of like Gossip Girl, that's the kind of people they want to kidnap. Young, privileged, educated, gorgeous, high class, you know? So Daniel was one of the guys that got kidnapped. Daniel was this pure, beautiful Israelite. Nebuchadnezzar's people, Kanye's people, they're called the Chaldeans. And the Chaldeans have this castle which is decorated like in the ancient form of Gucci. And after they kidnap you, they want you to become fabulous like them so you can serve their king. So the first thing they do is they feed you their food. You are what you eat. They want to make you a Chaldean from the inside out. So what do they feed you, pray tell, in Kanye's castle? Woo! Very nice wine and champagne, 24 karat gold covered chocolate, caviar, roasted honey glazed duck, bread baked in butter, fluffy whipped cream cakes. The king, Babylon, remember this is Babylon, he gives you a mountain of pleasure. And when you eat this food, you become a fabulous Chaldean. You become a prince and a princess of pleasure. And you lose your identity to this foreign, fabulous lifestyle. You are no longer this simple, pure ballerina. You're Chaldean, baby. And food was the way that Chaldeans would graft their pleasure onto you. Because everything you eat becomes a way for you to escape your pain. Every time you eat, you don't have to feel your emotions. You can escape it. And Daniel did something interesting in the Bible. He chose not to eat the king's food. He goes, I just want veggies and water. It's like, who eats veggies and water? But he says, I'm going to eat veggies and water. And the reason is because he needed to feel and interpret his emotions. He knew as soon as you have that strawberry shortcake and the champagne, you're not going to be able to feel your emotions because it blocks you, right? So one thing that Daniel was really noted for in the Bible was his wisdom. Like the king would have all these dreams, and none of the advisors, the magicians, the astrologers could interpret the dreams because guess what they were eating and drinking, right? But Daniel could. And these were really complicated dreams, by the way, so it was very impressive work what he did. But Nebuchadnezzar was using food as a drug. He wanted Daniel to forget who he was and forget where you come from. Forget your problems, babe. Forget your negative feeling. No, forget your family. Forget the past. You're an Israelite. Forget it. Food and luxury is a way to escape the pain of living life. And this story about Daniel teaches us that there's an angel of happiness where your emotional wisdom resides inside your body. And then there's this demon of pleasure and forgetfulness, which is outside of your body. And food is this innocent friend, and it can either be used by the demon of pleasure to come out of your body because we're tired of being in our body, or we can take this innocent friend, which is food, and allow it to become part of our angel of happiness. And you still enjoy the food, it's enjoyable, but it's not the type of pleasure that comes from an addiction to escape your pain.
You're really preaching, Vicky. Thank you.
I've never heard it presented that way. That's pretty cool.